What's going on? My name is Cole Connor. I'm an artist and entrepreneur, and welcome to the free masterclass, the easiest way to make money with a camera. My goal is to help you get to your first $5,000 a month with practically just you and a camera. I want to help you lay the foundation to a six-figure business. So who is this training for? Are you sure if you should even be here right now? This is for current photographers, amateur or seasoned, current 9-to-5ers, and side hustlers. So photography wise, this is for you if you're pretty much struggling to make consistent income and build a business that you can feel really good about. You land clients here and there, but you aren't quite sure how to bring in the consistent income to feel stable and secure in your business. So you end up undercharging clients and working longer than agreed upon hours on shoots while also spending hours and hours in the editing room. Promise, I have been there. By the end of it, you're practically getting paid minimum wage or less. Or you feel like you haven't found the niche of photography that balances your happiness and your income goals because you're always worried about clients. Your creativity is drained. Also been there. If you're the 9-to-5er, you're just itching to get out of your current job situation. You aren't happy. Maybe your job isn't what you thought it was. It's slowly killing you on the inside, but you feel like there are no other options for you. You want the flexibility of being an entrepreneur, but really aren't quite sure what to do, and you're scared to take the leap. It can be very scary. You feel like, how could I start my own business? What would it even be? All valid thoughts. And if you're the side hustler, you're currently just doing anything and everything to make money, which is awesome. But though you have this freedom and flexibility that others crave, you're tired of running around all the time doing different types of jobs. You're ready to lock in and grow something into a six-figure business. And I mean, really, when you're a side hustler, you're pulled into so many directions that it's hard to find the time to figure out what you actually want to do anymore because you're just so focused on money, hustle. At some point, we have to stop and be like, what do we actually want to do? What makes us happy? Regardless of which group you fit into, or even if you're not one of these people, it's obvious to me that you're looking for something. You're looking for clear vision, clarity, that 2020 vision that shows you have a future in what you're currently doing. You need you're looking for a success framework, the courage and confidence to step outside of your comfort zone, and a guide to show you that everything will work out, or how to make your business grow and run successfully. And that is why I am here. My promise to you, over the course of this masterclass, I'm going to deliver as much value as humanly possible, and I'm going to share real-life examples of how what I'm going to share with you can truly change your life and help stabilize your income. I'm skipping the fluff, and I'm here to help. In return, all I ask of you, close out some of the tabs on your computer, avoid those distractions, try super hard not to check your phone, and keep an open mind to the possibilities that you have. Today, you will learn how I was able to build a six-figure business with a camera, mistakes to avoid that keep us stuck, what to do to change your path and start making money yourself, and the secrets to breaking into the industry. So I'm Cole, obviously. I'm an artist and entrepreneur who built multiple businesses over the course of 6 years in South Carolina. I've built a six-figure business. I've done all the side hustles. I've niched down. I've been not niched down. And it wasn't always like this. At 22, I was delivering pizza with a starving artist mentality and working on music in all of my spare time. I served food, done construction work. I was an office assistant, drove for Uber, worked for a PR firm until one day it clicked that I could go out on the limb with being an entrepreneur. In 2016, I launched my business, which was more like a throw up of everything I knew I could figure out how to do, but accumulated lots of debt trying to figure out which direction to go. I did web design, marketing, social media photography, and finally it hit me. What hit me, you ask? Real estate photography. I got one opportunity from my mom and stepdad's construction business to take photos of the finished product. I could charge $100 and it took me less than an hour to do. It wasn't all fun and games. There's lots of ups and downs along the way, but that one shoot led me to running a six-figure business less than 3 years later? What did I do to go from that one shoot to running a 6-figure business and having hundreds of clients? Reinvested to get the proper equipment, perfected the process and workflow to be as efficient as possible. I learned what agents needed, like video, 3D tours, and marketing. I created content that helped them, and I built relationships. Why real estate photography, you ask? This niche is something that I believe that almost anyone, but especially side hustlers, amateur photographers, and people looking to get into the photography field, you can reach your first 5K a month through real estate photo, because thousands of homes are sold every day, everywhere in the entire world. This is not going away. There's a lot of talk about a lot of things in the real estate world, but the bottom line is real estate photographers will be needed because the photos are so important to getting eyes on the home. Real estate agents know they have to spend money in real estate photos. That's just like 100% a bottom line. They know they put that into their costs, into their marketing costs. And I know this because I became a real estate agent earlier this year. So I learned the ins and outs of what it takes to be a real estate agent. It was not for me personally, but I learned that they definitely value photography. And then also real estate agents are repeat clients. And if you do good work, especially in a small town, word travels fast. And back to the other point, I mean, on top of real estate photography, you can upsell to 3D tours, video tours, all these things. So it starts as real estate photo, but it can grow into something much, much more. And that's ultimately how you can make, $10K a month and beyond, really. More on this third point here, real estate agents, yes, they are repeat clients. I literally emailed a client, and that client became the number one agent in the city that I was in, and now has a team. And working with that client, you not only get her, and as she grows and as she becomes the superstar agent, but you get her team, and the word just travels like crazy. So it's really cool when you're a real estate photographer. You just watch these people grow and watch these people become successful, and you get to kind of join them for the ride. This is why today I'm passionate about helping creatives stop their imposter syndrome, starving artist mentality, and start harnessing their creative power to make money and build legitimate businesses without the same pain, struggle, and hassle that I went through. As I went into the business world, I just really started to notice my creative power, and I really think it put me ahead. And on top of that, there are three main things that I consider the framework to building business that I learned over the past 6 years. Number one is foundation. That's the foundation of your business. So important that you get this right. Content, that's creating content that attracts people to you. And business principles, that is your character. That is how people feel when they are around you, how you make them feel, and the integrity that you bring to your business. So let's talk about the mistakes people make when they think about their business foundation. A lot of times what people do, and I've been accused and totally done this a million times myself, is not niching down. This is like not seeming like a pro in one area. This is the photographer that does all types of jobs, weddings, events, portraits, real estate, a jack of all trades, as some say. The side hustler who's pulled in a million different directions and can't become a pro in anything particularly. It's not really a good look. When you keep making this mistake, a couple of things will happen. You'll not be seen as an expert in any particular area, which will keep a certain type of client, usually the cheap ones, coming your way. The ones who want an expert will go and spend double the money with them. If you have the choice of choosing between the person who does everything and the person that does weddings, for example, most people will go with the weddings. I mean, what would you do? What happens is the people who don't go with the experts are the cheap ones who are looking for someone who charges less, and usually the ones that charge less are the ones that are jack of all trades. Most likely the wedding photos will be better merely because the wedding photographer has more experience. The other thing that will happen is that you become overwhelmed with all the things to learn and industries to keep up with. When you try to do everything, it's a constant learning curve all the time. And I'm totally guilty of this with all the things that I try to learn. It's what I love to do. So I think it ends up working for me, especially as a teacher trying to teach people, but it will not work for everyone, especially when you try to make a business out of everything. Of course, with anything you do, there is a learning curve, but when you have to learn the basics of things over and over, it ends up wasting a ton of time, and time is money. When you stop making this mistake, you'll notice that clients will come to you automatically as the expert in your field. I saw this work firsthand with my South Carolina real estate business. When I niched down, it just changed everything. The clients that have been slowing you down will start to go somewhere else as you raise your prices and focus in. That is so important. You won't have to worry about keeping up with the changes and details of all these different industries, which saves you time. And your business will naturally grow in the direction of your choice, and word of mouth will spread even faster. You have the opportunity to become the go-to, and that's what you want. Coffee sip. When I niched down in 2017, it changed everything. I marketed my company as the one-stop shop for real estate marketing and picked up one client after the other. I even made a huge mark on Google because of using real estate photography in my name. So not only was my niche present in the name, but it also led in Google SEO when potential clients search for real estate photography, and that is huge. Here's a review from Angela Nash. She is an awesome real estate agent in Columbia, South Carolina. I searched for creative real estate photographers and found Bo and never looked back. That was the name of the business, Bo Real Estate Photography. I always wanted my photos, videos, and ideas for home presentations to be above what is expected, and they have delivered for me every time. Bonus is they have winning and wonderfully creative personalities. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Second framework to building a business is content. People make a lot of mistakes with content, and they end up giving up and getting overwhelmed. One of the mistakes is not marketing yourself outside of the box. You're throwing up basic social media pages and expecting everyone to flood to your inbox. You're giving up once a few weeks go by and you have 0 clients. You have to be consistent. You're sending a few cold emails and getting overwhelmed with anxiety and doubt. Like, all these things are supernatural, but you have to push past these doubts and these feelings and this overwhelm, because that's where the majority, they quit. And you don't want to be the majority. If you keep making these mistakes, you will grow so incredibly slow that you may have to hold down a second job or side hustle for an extended period of time. There's nothing wrong with doing this for a limited period of time, but if you grow so slow, it just gives you a more likelihood that you'll give up, and that's not what you want. It just makes those doubts grow louder. One of the biggest things in business and entrepreneurship to understand is that we do truly hold our destiny in our hands. It's beautiful, really. Once you stop making this mistake, you'll start to chase growth, experiment, get uncomfortable. You'll take risks, learn your client in and out. What are they looking for? Where do they hang out? How do you truly help them? And when you really think outside the box, the clients will come running your way. And through all this testing, through this consistency, you'll start to find what works. Ultimately, everyone cares about themselves the most. People want to see that you care, that you want to help, and they want you on their team. Get creative with it. So this is my content formula. Haha, get it? Formula. This is what I do every week, every month, practically every day. I am doing one of these things. And it has worked for me in a million different areas, especially business, especially real estate photography. So step 1 is to research. Research is arguably the most important part of the content formula. You need to be creating content that your target audience and client needs, the content they want to see. You can use tools like TubeBuddy. You can talk to your clients, Google Trends, ask people questions. If you're on Etsy or something with digital products, Marmalade, Instagram, saving things, Pinterest, you want to research first. Don't just jump in and create something. You want to know what people are looking for. And I mean, ultimately, that is the whole point of creating content as a business, is you want to attract people to you. So you need to create the right content. Next step is pre-production. Pre-production is the writing and planning of the content that you want to create. Whether it's video or blogs, it's important to write out the bones first, schedule it, and make sure you have everything that you need. I use Notion, Google Calendar, Medium, Notes on my iPhone, Canva. These things really help save so much time and help me organize all my thoughts. And as a creative in general, that is one of the hardest things to do, is organize your thoughts. It's so difficult sometimes, and these tools really help with that. But I noticed there was a huge difference in output once I started to pre-produce everything and write scripts for videos and things like that. So do not skip that step. It's very important. Step 3 is create. Creating is most likely the biggest piece of the puzzle and the most time consuming. This can be creating on any platform and consists of video, photo, design, blogs, etc. I mean, I use Instagram for like Instagram Reels or TikTok, Adobe Creative Cloud. That's going to be Photoshop, Lightroom, Premiere Pro, Canva again for creating social media designs and covers, and I mean, so many things. Canva, if you haven't checked out Canva, you really need to check out Canva. Medium, WordPress, if you have your own website. It's so important to use all these tools to create the things that you've researched, the things that you've pre-produced, and do it as efficiently as possible. I recommend batching everything when you create. Like, for example, today I'm filming 5 videos today. So that way to set everything up and all that stuff, it's the most efficient for me. Last thing is get it out. AKA you have to post everything that you do or nobody will see it. Using social media, email marketing, blogs, text, etc. It's incredibly vital to properly get your content out to your target audience, to use all of those tools. Without this piece, no one sees your content. One big thing that worked for me and still does is email marketing. So I use ConvertKit and MailChimp, but also YouTube, obviously Instagram, Facebook, WordPress, and these days TikTok. You're going to want to be on TikTok as well, most likely. This whole formula, and it just starts over, like you want to do this once a month. If you can research, find 4 things that you need, try to post 1 thing per week, batch it once per month, you will be in a really good place. So keep this in mind, save this for later. The content formula, very important. Okay, the last part of your framework to building a strong business is your principles, your business principles. Mistake that people commonly make with this is you don't treat your clients like you're their number 1 fan. Everyone's life is a movie and everyone is the star of their movie. If you keep this in mind, your perspective, especially when it comes to business, it'll be enlightened by how important it is for you to be their number 1 fan. So when you don't treat your clients like you're their number 1 fan, you end up not being reliable and there when they need you to a certain extent. Don't let them take advantage of you, obviously. You end up not building real relationships and communicating clearly. And you're just, like I said before, you're not showing that you care. And I'm just going to repeat myself. People want to know that you care. If you keep making this mistake, you're not going to gain repeat clients. Your clients will not spread the word in a good way, and word of mouth above all else is the best referral. I'm going to repeat that. Word of the mouth is above all else is the best referral. How do you get good word of mouth referral? You treat people right and you do good work. And yes, you won't build real relationships where your clients trust you if you keep making that mistake. When you stop making this mistake, word of mouth referrals will happen more and more, taking your business to the next level. You'll build trust with your current clients where they come to you with more and more questions. I've had real estate photo clients come to me for marketing, web design, logo design, video, and just plain advice. And that is not a lie. It happens way more often when you think because I listen. They see that I'm creative and I show that I care. One of the things that I focus on in my courses and coaching programs is all of the business principles I've learned that I believe significantly puts me at an advantage compared to other business owners. Unless you are directly learning from a business mentor or experiencing business for years and years, you just can't find these principles anywhere else. I think they're the difference. What's the difference between me and you? Dr. Dre said it, not me. Another review here. Cole Connor absolutely exceeded our expectations. He was very responsive, flexible, and most importantly, professional and talented. He brought out the beauty of our home, and we were so blown away by the photos. I can't recommend him enough. Absolutely stop what you're doing and hire him ASAP. Smiley face. Now, this person I remember, and I think she was so on top of it because I responded to her immediately, scheduled immediately, was super nice with my communication. I edited it immediately, sent them to her, and they were better than she even imagined. I went above and beyond for her, and she knows it, and she left that review without me saying anything. It's pretty cool. Okay, so at this point you may be like, okay, I know what not to do, but what do I do instead? Okay, well, let me tell you. The niche of photography, if you haven't figured it out, which means you haven't been listening, so I hope you've been listening, that really changed the game for me was real estate photography. It's one of the easiest ways, in my opinion, to build a six-figure business with a camera, no matter where you are, no matter what experience you have or how old you are. If you focus on building a solid foundation, real relationships, and a creative marketing catalog, there's no telling where you can take your business, especially when they all work together, like the content formula and the business framework. Okay, so yes, real estate photography. So how do you break into real estate photography? How do you do it? 3 things: branding, HDR photography, and the branding goes back to foundation that we talked about before. HDR photography is number 2, and creativity, number 3. What is branding? Oh, literally everything that your business or brand is or represents is your branding. Logo, mission, colors, fonts, business name. It's important because it gives people an idea of what to expect with your work and doing business with you. Usually when someone's branding isn't good, it represents a low quality or new business. This goes back to wanting your foundation to be strong. Your branding is the backbone of your business foundation. What happens when your branding is on point? You attract more ideal clients and more clients in general. The key word here is attract. When your brand feels good and professional, it resonates with everybody. Most people don't really focus on their branding like they should, and it took me years to fully understand what it even means to truly have branding together. And even now, I'm constantly upgrading and sharpening my brand. So I guess what I'm saying is it's exhausting and takes discipline to execute. And a lot of people, when they don't have the money or funds, they pay people to do this. One of the things that I teach in my coaching program, the Creative Survival Guide, is that I think you should learn how to do the basics yourself in the beginning, and I think it'll take you a lot further. Another testimonial here left for the biz. 5 stars, very professional, communicated well, arrived on time, high quality photos, reasonably priced. If you're trying to list or sell a property, highly recommend calling them or telling your realtor to call them. Don't try to do it yourself. Beautiful. HDR photography. What is it? This is really important with real estate photography in general. There's lots of different kinds of real estate photography, but this is the one that I think for the beginners out there, it's just so easy to understand and easy to execute at still a very professional quality image. HDR, auto exposure photography, is a photography technique that blends several images together, taken at different shutter speeds to create a super bright photo with a lot of dynamic range. It's pretty much the easiest way to take beautiful, bright photos in real estate as a beginner. And ultimately, you're taking a darker photo and then a lighter, and you're using a program to blend them all together to make a beautifully bright image, and where you don't have to bring in lights or flash or anything like that. And yeah, it's just, in my opinion, the easiest. It's important because most real estate agents, interior designers, etc., will come to expect this type of photography from you, or at least something like bright and that pops. Most successful photographers are doing this, though there are, like I mentioned, a couple of other niches. This is my personal recommendation. Once you do this for a couple years, it's totally fine to learn the other different kinds like flambient or flash, and upgrade everything that you do. And it'll help you to kind of like lock in on what you enjoy doing. I Real estate photography was not my passion. It's not what I wanted to do. It was a tool for me to make money and fuel my other creative ventures. So I wanted to do the thing that felt the easiest to me, and this feels and felt the easiest to me. When you start doing this, you'll notice a big difference in the quality of your real estate photos, but you can't just count on the HDR. Obviously, you have to keep in mind your wide angle. That means you need a wide angle lens, your different angles that you're shooting from, and your verticals, which is making sure all the lines in the image are parallel to the edge of your screen. AKA, you don't want to take a shot like this or like this. You want it to be level. Next step to breaking into this industry, which I've kind of toyed around with in this masterclass so far, is content. For your real estate photo business, I recommend doing everything you can to create content that showcases your talent and most of all provides value. Use my formula. It's important because content builds relationships. That's so important for you to understand. Your free content can really help people who don't know what they are doing, even if it's simple. It builds not just clients, but fans. I've legitimately gained clients from the content that I've created, but also people who feel like they truly know me. They feel like they're my friend. They support me before they even meet me or use me. That is such a special gift that we have with this day and age. So as a business owner, you should take advantage of it. Most people won't make content because it's probably the hardest part of it all. I mean, it's harder than sending a cold email or going and shooting a real estate photo house. It's hard to do the formula, to research, to pre-produce, to create, to market it. That's not easy, but if you create the right content, I promise it'll come back to you 100 times and it'll benefit your business way more than just getting clients. You just have to be consistent. What are some examples of content for real estate photography specifically? So I have been creating content for real estate photography probably for 3 years. But here's some examples. How to prepare for a photo shoot. So you're teaching your client how they should prepare for you to come, but they can give this information. You can create a guide. You could create a printout that you give to your client so they can give to their client. So you are giving them value and making them look more professional by creating this video and this piece of content. Another one I did, most beautiful homes I've shot. I did this in Beaufort, South Carolina. I think I made a blog post about it. But you could even make a video and incorporate your photos, and then people who want to move to that area could even see it. You could do videos like why live in your city. That will attract agents to you, and then agents may want you to create things like that for them. How to be better on video. A lot of real estate agents don't know how to be better on video. If you're getting in front of the camera and talking and that's something you're good at, you teach them how to do that. They'll be so grateful and you'll get business from it and they'll gain clients from it. Another one, which I haven't done this one yet, but I'm going to, so we'll see if you beat me to it. How to film iPhone walkthroughs. A lot of agents don't want to pay for a really nice video, but maybe they want to shoot with their phone, go live on Facebook or something. Show them how to do that more professionally. Cole Connor at Beau Beaufort in Columbia was my go-to real estate photographer for photos and video. I'm scrambling today looking for someone to replace him. Can't be done. You will be missed in LA. LA is where I live now. LA is lucky to have Cole's talent and drive. They have no idea who would just enter the city. I remember this dude. His name's Ryan. He's so awesome. He found me through videos that I created. He ended up hiring me and raved about me, thinks I'm so awesome, and he's so awesome. He's learned from me. Now he's making videos to the same quality that I was making, and he left this review without saying anything. He just supports me, and I appreciate that so much. So I really just wanted to show you an example of what me creating content, this person feel so strongly about me that they go and leave a review as I enter a new city. It's pretty cool. So, what have we learned so far? How I got my first 5K per month in my business framework. Mistakes that a lot of people coming up make and how to fix them. And the secrets to breaking into the real estate photo business. That's pretty cool. Nothing I've shared with you today is theory or ideas. These are all the things that I've done to build 2 successful real estate photography businesses, going on 3, serving hundreds of clients, and making multiple 6 figures. I don't have any advantages or special skills. Yes, I am a creative person, but I know that all the things that I did in my business, you can do the same. I just have a system that works and the experience to back it up. If I can do this, you can too, no matter where you are. In the coaching world, a lot of people use the metaphor of free gives you the tip of the iceberg, not the entire experience or all the pieces of the puzzle. And that's true. I can't give you everything in a free masterclass or a YouTube video. The bottom line is, I don't want you to make all the mistakes that I did. I don't want you to miss critical things that impact your growth, have you spend years learning, reinvesting too much. Because trust me, I just made like a lot of mistakes, and I don't want you to make the same mistakes. I want you to succeed faster. So that leaves you with 2 options. Really. 1, you do what I did and you spend 6 years learning everything and hopefully don't make the same mistakes, which if you choose to go this route, just watch my videos and take what you've learned in the free masterclass and execute on it. And I still think you can succeed. Totally, to be 100% transparent, you can totally succeed by using this content and the free masterclass. The second option is you can fast track your results with Real Estate Photography 101, and I'm inviting you to join right now. I've spent over 100 hours and months putting this thing together, pulling from serving hundreds of clients, building a team, doing it solo, expanding my services, etc. I compiled it into an easy to digest and understand format so you can get started building your business from scratch. It's fully updated, the best version, and you will have lifetime access to it and future updates. I'm constantly upgrading it. I'm learning new things every day to add on to it, and I'm planning on taking it from real estate photography to include 3D tours and real estate videography. What you don't need is a course that just teaches you what to buy and not how to grow, a program that leaves you with tons of questions that you don't know the answer to. I've bought courses like that and it sucks. What you do need is a business you can grow in and feel passionate about that either stabilizes you financially or fuels your creative ventures while you work at them. You also need a system and framework to follow that works, guiding along the way as you grow, as your business grows, with access to me for questions. Real Estate Photography 101, the course, it does just that. So what's inside of it? 4 modules, 32 lessons, 2 presets. You get the access to the premium membership of the Everyday Club, discounts, giveaways, templates. So many things are happening within this course, within the Everyday Club, and the Creative Survival Guide coaching program. I'm literally giving so much away, and it's super exciting because I wanted this. As I was growing a business, I needed this, and I'm just able to give it to other people, so that's pretty cool. The 4 modules are what you need to get started: HDR Real Estate Photography Basics, HDR Real Estate Photography Editing, and how to grow your real estate photography business. You get access to 2 presets. These are my HDR real estate photography interior and exterior presets. I throw these on all of my photos after I blend them, and it just makes the editing process so much easier and smooth. You get access to guides and things that I've created, such as how to prep your home for photos and open house, as well as I just created 15 YouTube templates. I'll throw that slide up now. I just created 15 YouTube templates that comes free with it as well. These are editable in Canva. What you'll achieve in this course: creating and launching your own business, a custom business plan and foundation overview, how to take and edit HDR real estate photos, how to make your first 5K and beyond, and how to work with clients, so much more. I literally jam-packed this thing. You'll be able to have a functional, ready to go real estate photography business as fast as you can execute. Couple reviews so far. A couple reviews so informative and easy to understand. 100% worth the money. I'm surprised it's not more. Cole, you are a true teacher. Love your transparency and your down-to-earth approach. Thank you. I left feeling so inspired to get after my passions and turn it into a business. With Cole, I doubled my YouTube subscribers, made 5K the money. 5 times the money and learned how to professionally deal with clients. So now you're like, okay, what's the investment? The value of the coaching community, access to me, presets, video tutorials, and the lessons is over $1,000. I know this information is going to help you make that and so much more. So today I'm offering a 30% off exclusive discount to everyone who joined the free masterclass. Use the coupon code 6figure masterclass to get 30% off. I typically offer this course at only $299, so you will be getting it for $199, which is pretty cool. Once I took my first course, it really changed the way I look at online education and education in general. When you find an obviously valuable course and coach, the question isn't about whether you should enroll. It's about whether you feel like you will see a return on investment mentally or monetarily. But I also understand skepticism because I've been the person who won't buy a course for a long time until the past 2 years, and I realized how much it can actually help you go to the next level. But like I said, I still understand skepticism. So what I decided to do was 100% 30-day money back guarantee. If you go through the whole course and prove that you've implemented all strategies without success or growth, and then we'll give you a full refund. You don't really have much to lose here, honestly. To take advantage of the discount, all you have to do is click join now below and make sure to add the coupon code 6figure masterclass. Do not skip that part unless you just want to pay extra, which is good for me, but you don't have to, but you can. I'm excited for you, honestly, and I will see you inside the course one more time. The coupon code is 6figure masterclass, all uppercase, all together.